Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this week tutorial, we'll be creating this product page right here. This is a finished project. The project will come with a lot of functionality and feature. So let me help you with the demo of the finished project. So first, when I refresh it, you can see this nice animation of the shoes coming in. You have on this side the name of the product, the color that is selected, the price, and we have these different color that can be selected from. And the shoe size, you can update the quantity and add to the code. So for example, here on the blue, if we choose the red, this animation comes in, the name change right here, the price change. I choose the white one right here, same thing happen. Also, you can see the background image also change, the price change, the color name also change. Choose the last one, which is the gray. In the background color change, the animation comes in, the color get updated, the price get updated. Also, we on size 7. If I choose size 8, the price change. Size 10, price change. Size 11, price change. If I choose for the white one also, see that's a price for size 11 with this variation. I choose size 10, change also. I choose the red one. This is the red one, size 8. This is how much it costs. The quantity, you can update it. For example, quantity 1, you can update the quantity 2, click, and the price increase right here. You can see nice formatted form right here. If I say add to cart, watch what happen right here. See the animation, and this animation also. So let me choose another one. You see this animation right here. If I choose add to cart, see it bounce a little bit, and they say added. So that's what we'll be creating in this tutorial, this week tutorial. So if you want to go along, there's a link in the description which you can use to download the starter file. So without further ado, let's get started. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marius, and on this channel I create web design and development tutorial. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to subscribe and hit up a notification icon so you won't miss my tutorial. Like I said in the introduction, we'll be creating this product page right here. With these features, you can change the shoes I'm looking for, color, and a price change. This nice animation, show the size right here, add, increase the quantity, add to the cart, the animation, and the bounce effect right here. So that's what we're going to be doing. I have my HTML open up right here. Okay. So when you open your starter file, you see the HTML right here. And then I have my browser started from scratch right here. So with that out of the way, we get started. I will minimize this one. So let's get started. So first thing, I'll create this header with this icon right here. So with that, I use the header tag with a class header and use container, the container. Inside of where I will create a div with a class called shopping carts. Inside here, create a button element with a class called carts. Inside of here is the icon element. Icon, put the icon there by using the I element with a class of RI shopping carts dash line. I see this, we get a shopping cart right here. That's the header. After the header, now we're gonna focus on this side right here. So we can see all of this are wrapped around here div. You can see the background image suspend from the top all the way to the bottom. So with that, create a div that will wrap around everything called product with a class called product. inside of the div, create my container. Inside of container, I'll create a class called flex wrap. Inside of flex wrap, I'll put my images for the shoes right here. So this is where we starting from scratch from. So here I create a div called products slide. Inside of it, I will create images. I use the greater sign, create my image with the source attributes, point to the images folder for the class shoes. I'll put it that right here, that PNG, and I'll have any total of 4 of them. Press enter, and we create 4 images inside of this div right here. Now the images have a name. The first one is shoes dash blue, and the second one is red. Third one is white, and the last one is gray. So if I save it, we have the shoes right here. And the first one, I will give it a class active. Save it. Nothing changed here. So after this one, now we're going to work on the details right here, this side. So with that, after the product slide right here, create a div word class of products details. And inside here, create the product title. Comments Nike here. And after this one, the color, which is this right here, or the span element, class shoes color, and put blue here. And after this one, see inside of the product details, go down, create a class called products description and price. This is where we put the description and the price of that product. So I'm going to paragraph element by class description by lorem 35. And down, create a div with class price with the attribute data price also, and this will be 250, and here $250. So we get this. And after that one, outside of the product description price, so outside this one, we create a div with a class of products choice, and that refer back to this section right here, the color and the size. Product choice. Inside of it, the first one will be the color. Start with create a button. We need to 4 buttons. We have that 4 color. So button gonna be type button, and then we're gonna give another data attribute called data color, and we're gonna get inside of it we need an image, so put the greater than sign the image. Again, the source attribute, we point to the images folder. Here we say color dash png, and we need to drop 4. So I'm going to wrap all of this in parentheses. So you should have 4 buttons, where each have image inside of it. And color right here, I'll choose here my color right here, put the alt and second color so right there to select both of them, put the red blue. And the second one, same thing, will be red. The third one will be white. And the last one, gray. Save it. We should see them right here. And after the color, we're going to do the same thing for the size. So I'm just going to copy all of this, duplicate it, Shift Alt down arrow key, and this set of color going to be size. And inside data color, going to be size. So I'm going to select all the color right here. Size. And for the images, I'm going to delete them. And right here, I'm going to select this, Alt, my cursor right here, select these two, put 7. Same thing for this one also. This one be 8. This one be 10. And this one will be 11. Save it. Now we get them right here. After that one, I'll create these increments, the quantity and the button. So outside of the product choice, this one right here, after this one, create a div with a class called products dash action. So here I'll create a first one called quantity. So I'll create a button element, type button. Start over like this scan element with a class called DEC for decrement, because this will be the one we're going to use to decrease the quantity. Put a minus sign and duplicate it twice, and this one be the number itself, so put number and put 1 right here, and this one put INC for increase and put plus. And after this quantity, I'll create another div where I add to cuts, and here create a button element, again or type button where the class be tien. I will have the text of add to cut. And after that, put the icon of spinning icon is the eye with a class called RI refresh dash line. I save it. We get this. So that's it for the HTML. Now we're going to move to the CSS. So this is the CSS. You have the color or the added there, the typography, the transition right here. the basic boilerplate. After the container right here, take out a button, this button right here, the button element. I set a button, I remove the background color, be transparent. I will remove the border, the cursor, the pointer, and update the font family to be the same as this one. But before it does not have the same font family as this one, as you can see. But as soon I paste this one, it should change. I save it. You can see. So that's the button. After the button, now start working on the header. I'll scroll this one to the top for this header right here. So header. Say position. Prefix. Set the width. Be 100%. Tab be 0. Left 0. Z index be 12. Padding to be 2 RAM, top and bottom, and 0 left and right. Save it. So we get this right here. Now I'm gonna style the shopping cart itself. So come down here to header, shopping cart, and that will be display, reflect, justify content, reflex end, command push it here, and align item with center. Save it. You can see. Okay. Now I'm gonna style the icon, the cart itself. So come down here, shopping cart, and then carts. Say width and height with 3 RAM. The display, flex, align item, center, justify content also center, background color to be the secondary, say the color for the icon, the global, border radius 0.6 RAM, 0.4 RAM. Save it. Now you see right here. Set a font size 1.6 RAM. Set transform, scale B1, transition, transform, now if the icon had a plus in cut, that's why I want to do the small little animation. So I'm not create a cut with a class called in cuts, and it had this class, you know, the transform. We set a scale to be 1.1. Now we're gonna also working on the product itself right here. So come down here, recommend product, select it, set the height to be 100%, set the background image to be a URL images. Since we're doing a blue, first it's gonna be shoes blue that page. Now it's gonna be BG blue. BG blue that JPEG. Save it. You can see it's showing up right here. So I'm gonna set the background size to be cover. Background position, recenter, center, and background repeats to be no repeats, and padding before RAM and 0. So how it looks like. I'm gonna get the product slides with all the shoes. So the height be 45 RAM. So the position be relative. So overflow be hidden. Save it. Now you can see. I'm gonna start the images so that I can fit in here. So I'm gonna go down and say products, slide in the image tag. Set the position, be absolute, tap and left, be 50% from being center. And height to be 100%. Save it. I can see I can now do the transform. Translate negative 50%, negative 50%. Save it. And I can see we're in the middle right here. Well, they are showing someone to hide them all except for the one that currently active. That's why this one has the class active. So I set opacity to be 0 and scale, because as you can see when we choose it, see it comes in and the other one fades out. Let's zoom in and it fades away, and this one zoom in and stay, as you can see right here. I can see, as you can see. So I'm gonna set a scale by default, the scale to be 0 for all of them. So that is appear. So now when I had the active class, we want to run an animation. So I'm just going to copy this one. So it's going to be animation. The name going to be zoom in. It's going to be 0.8 second linear forwards. And that I'm going to come down here, add keyframe, zoom, and set at 100%. And the opacity would be 1, and transform, go back up here, do this one, and scale going to be 1. If I save this one, as you can see, you get the first one. And what if for example we create this one to have a zoom out like that, let's zoom it in. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna grab this one, just this one again, and we're gonna give it the class inside the active disappear. And this we set the opacity in 1 to be 1, a transform. You want to saw everything from scale 1. The last position, it was in this position right here. So it's gonna be scale 1, and the animation will be zoom away. So come right here, we're gonna duplicate this one. Say zoom away. This will be opacity 0 and scale 1.4. So we go back up here. So that's it for the animation for these shoes. Now after this one, we start working on product details with this spot right here. So ready, coming right here, products details. So the product title, and this will be font size with 5 rem, font weight to be the font weight lights. So we get this one right here. Now we can target our shoes color. Font width to be the extra light. Font size 2 rem. Text transform. Capitalize. Save it. Now we get to the price and the description. So I got a class, product, description, price, margin, top and bottom 2 rem, top and right 0. That's how we put in for this one. Now we're gonna select the description, the price, and start again. So it's gonna be like this one. And the font size 1.6 rem, font weight be the extra lights, and the margin bottom be 0.6 rem. After that, I'm gonna do the price also, so I'll copy this one. And it's gonna be price. The fonts size be 3.5 rem. The font width be the light, and the color to be the secondary color. Save it. You can see it right here. Now with that, so working on this one, these two areas, the tracing. I come down here to the products, choice, the margin button, to run. Product choice, the color. The color is this one that shows right here, that the color and the size right here. Since we're gonna have the same styling, you can see we're gonna include them all together right here. So color, copy this one, put a comma right here. This one is size. We display to be flex, put a gap in 1.2 rem, save it. You get this. Now say color, button, and sizer, button. Because these one are sitting, I can see color and you got a button element sitting inside of them. So with that, set the width to be 5 rem, the height be 5 rem, the back shadow to be 0.2 rem, (1.2 rem), say RGBA is 0. And set a border radius be 0.6 rem. Set a border to be 0.2 rem, solid, transparent. Now we get this. Set a background color for all of them to be the global. Set a font size to be 1.6 rem. Set a display to be flex. The inline center, specify counting, and also set a transition or now when we click it, that's why when it's come active, that's why we want this blue border right here. That's why we was now we set to be transparent. So I'm gonna copy this one again, these two. So when we had the active class, then we can add them to it. The border radius, no, border color to be the primary. Save it. Now we can go back and add active to the first one right here and this one right here. So class active, save it. Now we get these right here. Now if we take a look right here, once we click this one, we'll be able this one fade away, all of them fade away, so you won't be able to click them. So we get disable temporarily to make sure this one animate end before we get to click another one. So because of that, we're going to create a class called active and disable only on the color button. It's a pointer events, be none. It's a user select to be none. It's opacity to be 0.6. Now some margin at the bottom for this one. So we're going to be products choice, that color, margin bottom 1.2 rem. After this one, now we start working on this right here, the increase quantity and add to cart. So I'm calling down here. I said products action, because that's to wrap it around like this. Set display reflex, set align item to the center, gap 1.2 rem. Now I'm going to start working on this one right here. So I say product action quantity, set a button, set a flex to be 1. I say also be display to be flex, align item with center, justify content, space between, padding 0, top and bottom 1.2 rem, left and right. Save it. Not a lot of change here yet. So I'll set up back shadow, the same back shadow as this one. I'm gonna copy this one. Background color with the global. And set a width to be 15 rem. The height to be 5 rem. Save it. Set a quantity. Set a spin. Set a flex to be 1. Set a font size to be 1.4 rem. Save it. And I see it a little bit bigger. Now I want to make this one so a little bit bigger than the rest. Also, I don't want this to be clickable, only this plus and the minus. So all I had to do is grab this one. And our number have a class called num. So I'm going to select the num. Now we have to create a flex. And not flex direction, just flex 2.5. And the cursor to be default. I can see now it does have the hand icon no more cursor, only these two. Okay, now I'm gonna work on the button. So go down here, let's see, add two parts. And set the background color, do the primary color to be the global height, the 5 rem, border radius 0.6 rem, padding font size to be 1 rem, position be relative, and transition all. So we get this one. But then I'm going to style the icon right here. So I'm going to copy this one, come down here, use the I, the position to be absolute. That's why I set this to be relative. So top be 50%. So the right be 2 rem. So the transform, translate Y to be negative 50%. So rotates to be 0. You're going to want to spin it 360. And if you take a look at the finished project right here, when we click add to cart, the button is spin and the icon starts spinning. The button get longer and the icon spins. So that's what I'm gonna do right here. So I'm gonna add the class called spin to the button itself. So we're gonna increase the padding on the right and the icon will start spinning. So with that, I'm gonna grab this one and grab this one. Come down here, the class spin, set padding, right, before rem. And down here, I'm going to look for the icon itself. And then add. I'll run animation, called spin with 0.3 per second. Linear, infinite. We just kill like a spinning forever forward. And down here, we're going to define the animation. So all we have to do with this one, paste it right here. I'll set opacity to be, make sure I change the name to spin. Opacity to be 1. Transform, translate Y, negative 50%. And rotate with 360 degrees. Save it. Nothing happens here. But now I want to hide this icon. That's so when suspend here, opacity will be 1 then. So up here, I set opacity with 0. So once we click it, we expand, it's suspending. So that's it for this side right here. When we start getting a bit bigger, somewhere right here, I want it to be side by side now, like as you can see right here. So come down here, this 901. After the roots, then my product flex, flex wrap, and I said I want to display flex online item center as a gap 2.5 grand. Save it. Now the shoes disappear. So we're gonna paste that. So I say flex wrap, the products slide, say flex 2.5. Save it. Come down here. Now we're going to do the other details. So I'm going to copy this one. So you get this side by side right here. As you can see. That's here also. And I'm going to update the image and make it a little bit smaller right here. So I'm going to choose the products, slide to the image inside of it, and set the height, be auto, width to be 80%. And you can see right here, there's not enough space. I want to make sure there's not enough space. This one go to the bottom. So I'm going to choose my product action. It's set at display flex on a tab over here. So I'm going to say flex wrap. Make sure I wrap. So I save this one. You can see I wrap the next line. And still maintaining the space because the gap we give it. And now when we get to larger screen, I don't want the scrolling, so I want to take 100% of the screen width. So come down here, and this side right here is set of products. We wrap it around this whole thing. Set of heights, be 100 default height. And set a slide, product slide. To be heights 190 before height, and a flex be 2. Save it. Now we get this one. So now I want to make the image also a little bit smaller. So we come down here, say product, slide, image, width to be 60%, and height or save it, make it a little bit smaller. So this is larger screen. Side by side. Okay. So that's about the HTML and CSS. If you need time to actually can pause it, rewind it, watch it again. Now we're gonna move to the JavaScript. So you open up the JavaScript right here. Okay, the JavaScript is a little bit involved. So there are a lot of variables to get started. So I'm gonna tap from that screen real quickly and go over it real quickly. So the variable just got a shopping cart, which represent this one. This was selecting the product itself, the whole thing, and then from there set the images, the shoes, by turn them to an array using a spread operator. Then the shoes color, we see this one right here, the price, which is this one, the choice wrap, which is this whole thing right here, and our colors, which individual one, select them all, turn them to an array. Same thing with the size, the quantity button, this whole button itself, the number quantity, which represent this one, so we need to update it. The value, this one represent the quantity, so when we select this one, we can use the quantity right here to multiply the price with it, so we can get the total amount. And then we had the add to cart button, which is this one right here. Just that simple selector. Now we're going to do the shoes, the different variable like the blue size 7, how much would cost, size 8, 9, 10. So for the moment right here, it's a 250 for blue size 7. For size 8, it's a 275, size 10, 300, size 11, 320. If you go to the gray one, size 11, the 195, size 7, it's 120. Okay, so we want to create an array object to hold these different variation. So down here, I'm creating constants called shoes. An array. The first one is going to be color, and the blue. The variation. And this also going an array of objects. And with size 7. The price. Then we have another property called price, which should be 250. Now I'm going to do it for a size 8, 10, and 11. So I'm going to duplicate this one. Size 8. And our price will be 275. And size 10. And our price will be 300. And size 11 will be 320. Okay, so for that, at our first one, the blue, now I'll put a comma, and I'm going to for the red, white, and gray. So I'm going to copy those one real quickly, and you can pause it if you want to also have them. So this is them. This is the red, the size 7 150, size 8 175, size 10 200, size 11 220. That's the red one. If you want to pause it to copy, you can pause it. And this white one, size 7 200, 8 225, 10 250, and 11 270. And gray, size 7 120, 8 145, 10 170, 11 195. So that's the object holding this. Now we're going to start with choosing color, and sizes. So first, this is the choice wrap. We wrap around all of this. We're going to click on it and choose the target to know where we're clicking on. So we're going to go something like a choice wrap, add event listener, click, say prevent before. So the constant that we put a target where we click on. So key that target And see this one, our wraparound button. So we want to get just a button, nothing else. So I say the closest button. And from there, I'll create two variable, leave them empty, give color, index, and size index. Remember, for our colors, we turn all of this into an array, and our size also array. So we want to get the index of the one we clicked on. So that's always create this empty variable for now. And where those index, we can go inside of the choose array or object and get the color and the size itself. Okay, so with that, now here's the if targets does not exist. This is what we click on. It's not wrapping around a button. It does not have button elements. Or we can just have to return. So down here, if want to do the color right now, if the targets get attributes, and the attribute will be data, the color, because that's what we have. See data color. If that's what we clicked, then we're gonna choose the color, choosing color. So I would say I will remove the class from all of them and only add it to the one that we clicked. So that's all we do right here, and make sure we disable the other one while we're clicking one. Only one is clickable at a time. So I say the colors, notional array, down there for each. Set the color, class this. Now remove active, and then add the disable. So if I save this one right now, if I click this one, the red one, see now they are disable. You can click them anymore. Opacity change, or I can select them, I can click them. Go to disable class added. Now we need to remove the disable class after this one. Animate and you see that animation all the way up here. Animation is just 8 seconds right here. So I'm gonna wait for 8 seconds and I'll remove the animation. So I set timeout. We wait after a certain amount. Say all we have to do, just grab this one again and then remove after 8 seconds. Not 8 seconds, half 9 seconds, millisecond. Let's save this one. I click it, disappear now. Click it above. As you can see. Now after that, we're gonna see the targets. Then when we click on, then we're gonna add a class to it. The class active. And then we're gonna remove the disable also from the one we clicked on. Save it. So add it to it. See? And once every time we create this, we always want to get which size we are on. Okay. So we want to get the size we are on. So we click on the side, we get which color we are on. So say get current, choose size, and create a constant cur size, which will hold our current size. It's just gonna be the choice wrap that query selector. You're gonna select the button, this one that had a class active. So it's gonna be button, choose by the data attribute, called size, the active. Okay. Now we want to update the index for them. Okay. So I said the size index will be the sizes which are an array index of the active, the currently active one. So in this case, it will be 0. So current. So let me just cancel like this one. Size. Save it. Inspect. If I click this one, it says 0 because this one is active one. 0, 0. Good. Now I'm gonna update also the color index, the one we click now. Our colors, which are array index of targets, because that's our target here represent only this one. So if I cancel like color index, the first one should be 0, the second one should be 1, as you can see 1, third one should be 2, and fourth one should be 3, and this remain 0. So these are updated. Also here when we prevent, we want to make sure that if we click this one, the animation doesn't repeat. For example, when here the animation does not repeat, but when we change it, the animation comes in. But here the animation should not repeat. So if we say something like that, if targets does not exist, or not targets we're clicking on, or they had a class active. So if I click on this, the other one won't fade out again. If I create a new one, they will fade. So when this is the color, now I'm going to do with size. So if I'll copy this one, if targets data size, I'm going to choose that size. Say sizes with an array, that for each. So I'm going to remove the class from all of them. and then only added to the target the one we create on the size we create on class list add active. Now click it, as you can see. Now I'm going to grab the color. That's every time we click, we want to grab up which color is currently active, so the price can be updated accordingly. So come down here, say get current color. I will do something like maybe same as doing this one. So I'm going to copy this. I'll change the name, current color, data color, and this big color be active. And I'm going to do the same thing at this. So I'm cut this one. It's everything. And this one be color. And I'm going to be color index right here, not size. And this current color. And this one be color is and this will be size. And this one size is save it. Let also like both the size index and color index. Save both. If I click this one, I click the 7. Say the size is 1 because there's 0 and 1, and the color index is 0 because it's the first one. If I click 7, I choose another one is 2. So the size we are on the third one is 2. This one is on 1. Okay. So with that, when we do that, now we want to update the UI. We want to change the color name, a price, update the price also. So after the if right here, down here, we're gonna say call a function called update product UI. We're gonna pass in the target, color index, and the size index. Now coming down here and create a function updates so targets so first thing we need to update our background image, so update VG. And other images, you can see the background images have a class called BG blue, BG gray, BG red, BG white. Okay, don't worry about the BG 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot to delete them. Okay, so remember our color have the data color attribute which hold, example, data color attribute which hold the word blue, red. So I'm gonna use that, append it to the images right here. So BG dash green and blue and add the blue dynamically. So with that, let's say if targets, I want to do just this one. If we're doing the color, because we don't want to change the image, we're choosing the size, only the color. So targets, I will create something here real quickly because we're gonna use the is color. Maybe this says if is color what we want to do is a product which wrap around everything, product style, a background, image should be the URL. So images /bg. I use the template level. So here gonna be targets. When we pass in this target right here, target that data sets that color. This we access the data color attribute here and it gets value. Now I'm gonna add the JPEG. Good, you can see right here. Okay, JPEG. If I save this one right now, it's blue. If I click on the red, the background change. You can see BG dash red. Click on the white, change. Great. You can see it change. Now I'm gonna update this image right here. So all I have to do is say updates image. Say if is color. Again, if we check it, we click on the color button. We want to get a current image so we can get the next one. So say a constant current image img. So the products, the queries letter, product slide image, the active. Because the first one at the active class, you can see this should be the active and the currently active. So every time we click on the one, I want to remove them all and only add the active to the one that's currently active. So next time we click the other one, then add the animation and fade everything out nicely. Now the next, so we create next image. That should be the products images, which represent an array of all these images. So we're going to grab the index of that. So I'm going to be the color index. This represents, so if this is 0, 1, 2, and 3, that's the index. So when you set up products images index, these also are representing an array from 0 to 4. So if you click on the first one, you're going to grab the image at a 0 index inside of these product images. So let's just save this one and we like cancel live next image. So we're on the blue right now. So great. It's a red. Say red. See right here, red. Say that gray. Go to the index. Okay. So we want to fade that one in and remove the current one. So I say if current image is this. What we want to do, just simple. We want to add the disappear class to the current image. So I say current image class is add disappear. Save it. Now let me make this one so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, now we had our blue. Let me clear the red one. Now see it disappear. That's all I'm talking about. Okay, now the current one disappear. If we take a look on prior slide, let's say at the active and it disappear. Okay, so it's still there, but we wanted to go back to its original position, which is had them opacity to be 0 and transform or the scale 0. Right now it does not have it because it has still had the active and it disappear. So when we want to do it after a certain amount, we want to remove the disappear. So I say the set timeout. And just grab this one. And say remove. After the 80 millisecond. So because that's how long it takes for the animation to happen. If I save this one right now, and let's try it again. Click on the red, you can see, and take a look right here. Click on the red, it's happy at it, and it's removed. Okay, but now we still had the active, that's why it returned back again. So after we remove it, now we're gonna remove active class of all of them and add it to the current, to the one we clicked on, down to the next image. Okay, the next image is the one we clicked on. So we say products images, we represent all of them for each. And remove the active class. So let's say it again. So if I click, see, disappear, added, and remove. Now it's gone. Now we want to fade in the red one and add the active class to this one. So what we have to do is say next image. So if next image is this, if next image is this, we want to wait after the current SD out as a set timeout again. So the next image, the class list, add active, and this one be 300 milliseconds. So as it is fading it away, the next one is fading in. So if I click the red one, you see, as you can see right here, white one, as you can see right here, and the gray one, you see right here. Go back to the first one, and see right here. Okay. We click the numbers, nothing changes. So we update the images. That's good. So I'm gonna bring this one back, just a little smaller. Now we need to update our color text. This one, this color, we need to update this one. So I'm gonna close this. And I say again, if is color. I'm gonna say shoe color, which are variable that hold this one right here, shoe color. Test content will be a target data set with color. If I save this, if I click the red, it's red. The image fading. Click the white, the gray. You can see. Now we're gonna update the price now. Okay, let's say updates price. So we update text color. So we're very constant. Shoes price. And that will be now this one we get into the, let me collapse this. That's when we get into this array object. Now yeah, we click, let's say we click on the blue, then we already know the index, we already got index from this color index, and click size 8, we get the index from the size index, and we're going to use that to get in here. For example, the blue is at position 0 right here, which is the first one, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, and we go by the same order there, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So we're gonna use that to go through the shows array and variation. So the price will be in this case, so shoes is gonna be the color index, and then we're gonna get a variation property. We're gonna get a size index and get a price. So if I also lag shoe price, where I create the red, 150. So let's go back to the shoes right here. So we have blue, this is red. So size 7 is 150 right here. Let's see size 8. Here's size 8, 175. You can see right here. Size 11, 200, 220 right here. So first we went to the color index. So the 1, so we have a 0, 1. And for this object, we went to the variation property, which is an array. So variation, and we grab the index of the size. So in this case, like 3. So we get to variation 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, and we grab the price right here. Okay, so that's all we're doing right here. So with the shoe price, now we're gonna update our price elements. The text content, the $2 shoe price, and then we're gonna update this price right here. So we're gonna say price data set, that price will be shoe price. Let's save this and we come back down here. I click the size 8, see 275, 275, and update here also. Size 11, 320, 320, and 320. if we then go to the grid, they update nicely right here. So that's the choosing the shoes color and the size. Now I'm gonna work on the updating the quantity. So I come down here. Let me close out this one. Choosing quantity. Say quantity button. The add. You can listen. The click. Say the constant we target. So E the target. Say the if the target. Now remember we create a value variable right here, which we grab the value inside of the number right here and turn it to the real number, not a text, not a string, but a real number. So we want to increase that. If you click the plus, we want to decrease it, click the minus. So that's what I want to do right here. If the target, the class list that contains increase in value plus going down, say decrease DEC minus. So let's see, cancel the value, save it, run as a 1. So I press 2, 3, 4, 5 minus 4, 3, 2, 1. It's zero negative. Okay, we don't want net to go to negative, and also we want to set the maximum to 20. So you can go below 1 and can go more than 20. So well, can we say if value is less than 1, I'll return value one. I'm gonna set it to be 1. If value is greater than 20, you're gonna return value to be 20. And we're gonna update the text right here. Say number, quantity, text contents, go value. You save it. Now you press the plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we get to 20, it won't go anymore because we said that if you more than 20, we can just return 20. And then 0. Okay. Now we want to update the price. If you want to increase the quantity, you want to increase the price also. You want to decrease it, want to decrease the price. So let's say the constant. We want to get the original price first. That's why we have the data price. So whenever we change it, it changes the original price. Let's say original price. I said okay, turn to a number by putting plus in front of it, say price. That means this element right here, that data sets price. And say constant final price will be original price times value. And then now updates the price test content. this price right here. So final price. Let's save this. Now let's try it out. So we are 250. Now let's say to 500, 750, 1000. But we want to add a comma so it's nicely formatted. So I'm going to use the to local string and pass it undefined. So you can use the user browser to nicely format it. So see, now you had a comma data US. Now if I go to, and that's 20 right here. Now if I go to size 8, I go back to 275, but it's now at 20. If I go to 19, I update it. But once I choose any of them to the size, different sizes, I want this one to return back to 1. Okay, if I change this one, I want this to return back to 1. If I change this one, I want to always return it back to 1. So what we do, we go back up here to the update UI right here, and at the bottom right here, I said reset quantity to 1. So I set a number, quantity, test content. I set to 1, also the value to 1. So I can do all those at the same time. So I'm going to set the value also to 1. So I'm setting the test content to the value. I'm setting the value to 1. So that means I'm setting this one and this one, both of them to 1. Okay, if I save this, now let's say I choose like this. I choose the size, go back to 1. Now I see update correctly. Choose this one, back to 1, 225, 450, as you can see. Okay, so that's working. Now add to cart. So I'm gonna collapse this one. So now here I'm gonna say add to cart, add event listener. Listener click on the function. So the first one is e.prevent default. Say add to cart, classless, add span that we did the animation and expand the button itself. I save this one. Now watch, you can see and expanding. But I want to change the text as it's spinning right here. If I say spin, it say added. It say added. After I finish spinning, it say added. And the animation happens. So after it's spinning, I'm gonna update the text contents. Let's say when this case comes the enter HTML. Because we want to add the icon there also. So if I right click this one, you can see we have the icon right here. So we're gonna be adding 3 dots and then we're gonna put the icon right here. And after then save it. Now I click it. Now I say adding. As you can see, and it's suspend. As I set timeout. after a certain amount, all we want to do, suppose say add to cart, a class list that remove, not spending, and we want to change the text contents. It will be added. And then the shopping cart, we want to do the animation to the shopping cart. So I say shopping cart class list the add in carts, and that will happen over 1200 milliseconds, so 1.2 seconds. Let's save this one. Now we have the add to cart. When I click it, add it, and you see the animation right here. If I right click this one, it's better. You see I had a class in cart. So we want to remove it. Awesome. So I'm going to create another set time up. Now here. And this one, just want to remove the class in carts. And now it's going to be 1500. Wait a second. So spend, you can see the animation right here. Spend the animation right here. And then after, let's say we change this one also, we want to change back to add to cart. So go back right here. You're going to grab this one. Okay. Or we go back to the where it says reset to 1. And then you're going to be not adding, it's just going to be add carts. That's it. So let's change this one. That's it. Therefore, adding cart. Now I add it. Let me change the size. Let's say add to cart. Click it. Add it. Good. So that's it. That's it for this week tutorial. So if I have not already done so, I would appreciate if you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you won't miss my tutorial. So that's it for this week. So this is the finished product that we just did. And we'll close this one out. The red, so the white, and then the price still remain the same. You can see. And choose how much right here. 20. Size 7. Add cart. Animation. Add it. So that's it. Thank you again for watching. I will see you until next. I will see you in the next tutorial. Until next time, have a great one. Bye.